It's time now for the Period Channel. All the clock news is late Friday, July 15, 2016. Good everybody, I'm Peter Wiggins, your 11 o'clock news and on. Top story at the 11th hour on this late Friday night is Istanbul, where military factions in Turkey try to seize control of the country Friday night, setting off a fierce scramble for power and plunging a crucial NATO member and American ally into chaos. So the weather was already one of the world's most unstable. A day after a terrorist move down dozen people settled in Brazil and coastal French city Nice, investigators didn't after men, they say. Former Senator Bob Graham, the fourth Democrat, led the push to have a 28-page document declassified. He had been one of the co-chairmen of the original congressional inquiry when he was in the Senate in the 9/11 document. If you ever study after the threat, U.S. action on Al-Qaeda. Donald Trump, the presenter, Republican presidential nominee, announced Governor Mike Pence of Indiana as his vice presidential running mate. Cleveland, a handful of donors to the Republican National Convention have withdrawn pledges and fundraising have stalled during Donald Trump's polarized bid for the presidency, leading organized after casino mogul Sheldon Adelson for an urgent one. President Obama took a shot on the Friday at Newt Gingrich's suggestion of widespread ban on Muslims after terrorist attack in France, condemning that the idea of religious test was originally proposed by President Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump. China has refused to accept an international court rule on EU swift conclusion of talks on code of conduct as the EU statement on South China Sea reflects divisions. London has been a quiet month for Britain. The country voted to leave the European Union. The Prime Minister resigned. Another was appointed, and the gap one politician was a tendency to put offensive remarks was named top diplomat. Facebook renounced family with baby boy missing in Nice terror attack. Youth walked into an Islamic State fighting an annual Palestinian refugee camp as Thursday terrorist attack in Nice, which was perpetrated by a 31-year-old French-Tunisian man who drove a 19-ton refrigerator truck to a large crowd. Alton Sterling is early dressed as Al Sharpton was many of the public speakers that spoke at the public funeral when Motor said goodbye to Alton Sterling today in Baton Rouge. Violence against homeless people has set many people on the edge in San Diego as police officers investigated a scene where a homeless man was attacked. And men were still intending the killings of homeless people. On a lucky track, he breaks down the trees up with what he said was a huge misunderstanding between the employee and the deputies at his restaurant on Thursday, as restaurant owner turns up reversed its decision to allow deputies to eat there. Pilots have missing plane found alive off Kona, Hawaii. A black-owned Atlanta bank is experiencing a sudden surge of deposits powered by a campaign aimed at bolstering black-owned financial institutions after multiple high-profile police killings raised awareness of institutional inequality. Crowds raised their hands during the presentation given by board officials commemorating Founders Day at the Museum of Fun on Friday. Analysis of DNA from some of the world's first farmers shows that they are surprisingly diverse origins. Researchers sequence genomes from ancient Neolithic skeletons uncovered in Iran. Next week, SpaceX will launch a fresh cargo to the International Space Station, and on board will be a small handheld device that NASA scientists hope that will one day help us detect alien life forms. The United Nations Children's Emergency Fund says that roughly 2/3 of people in countries where females do until mutation is commonplace, that the practice and once it stopped. The summer's drought has been tougher than most Massachusetts mosquitoes, where we've seen their numbers tapered down by the hot, dry weather. Plymouth, Massachusetts, Plymouth Town employee has been charged with attacking and charged with putting shoes as she ran from the park where she was working. 28-year-old Daryl Moyer was arraigned on Friday. Numerous charges included armed assault with intent to murder and armed assault with intent to rape. Police said Moyer grabbed one and excluded trail in Morton Park. Thursday afternoon, stabbed her when she tried to escape. Police say male runner intervened with a large stick and Moyer fled. Boston and Federal Justice Department filed a civil complaint Friday against the Massachusetts Water Resource Authority, an electric utility ever-source over an electric cable that was laid under Boston Harbor 26 years ago. Andover Sanitary United Methodist Church has welcomed a new pastor, the Reverend Calvin Carpenter, and has been thrilled to Reverend Leigh Holden on Mount Chin, who has been the congregation since 2012. Carpenter, who began the new assignment in July 3rd, is no stranger area, having grown up in Central Falls. He currently lives in Pawtucket. In a brief interview, Carpenter said he attended the First United Methodist Church of North Alberta for 28 years and has served at several Bay State churches. Carpenter described people of Central United Methodist as welcoming and very friendly. Carpenter said it is false that a church that is not moving and shaking and not willing to accept change and not feeling the church God wants it to be. Andover. The 3 dozen east side residents who lost water Thursday because of the main break at the corner of Forest and Emery Street had service restored at 7 a.m. on Friday. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump picked the vice president running mate was State government and on-office are cutting to more flamboyant Trump. Local Republicans in reaction to this election. North Edinburgh, the ex-girlfriend and the target of the drive-by shooting in North Edinburgh allegedly sent text message to kill the 21-year-old man after the breakup last month. Pierre News time, 11:05 on this late Friday night, and it's time now for a traffic and transit report. Let's study off down in with the MBTA transit alerts. Ferries are looking good on the subway. But this weekend, bus replacement red lines between Park Street and Kendall MIT stations on July 9th and 10th and July 16th and 17th from the start to the end of service. But otherwise, the subway system is looking good, and on the commuter rail, shuttle bus will replace Fremont Line. Train 789, 11 p.m. from substation, making all stops between substation and Reedville. Due to heat restrictions, all Worcester trains may experience 5 to 15-minute delays between York and Worcester. Permanent train 836, 853, been bound to operate 25-35 minutes beyond skill between South Edinburgh Station and South Station, and the ferries are looking good. Alright, looking at some highways and byways of New York City, where 95 on the southbound side is backed up to the Bronx all the way to Midtown Manhattan. 95 on the northbound side is backed up from I-80 to George Washington Bridge. FDR Drive at both ends also for the Manhattan stretch. Lincoln Tunnel is slow on both ends. Long Expressway, westbound side is slow from Queens all the way at the Midtown Tunnel. Queens Expressway, eastbound side it is slow. 278 on the eastbound side, also the Brooklyn stretch. 5 Bridge on the southbound side is backed up. Merritt Parkway on both ends, also and in Bridgeport. 95 on the northbound side, also in Fairfield. Route 8 on the southbound side, also and the Bridgeport stretch around Route 95. Merritt Parkway, both ends, also in Stanford stretch. I-84 westbound side, backed up in the Danbury stretch. I-84 westbound side, also and 691. 95 on the northbound side is backed up around the New Haven stretch. But otherwise, highways and byways Connecticut and looking good. 138 on the westbound side, also and Newport stretch. 495 on the northbound side, also on Route 130 and the southbound side, 495 around the Raynham stretch. 93 both ends also from Somerville to Boston. Route Mass Park on westbound side, also from Logan Airport to South Boston. Highways and byways of Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine are looking good. New York State Freeway on the westbound side, also on 290 in Buffalo. I-80 on the westbound side, also in Williamsport. 376 in the eastbound side, also on the Pittsburgh stretch. Airline State Expressway, the southbound side, backed up south of Philadelphia. Down in Philadelphia, visited the 676 westbound side, so between Camden and Philadelphia. 76 on the westbound side, also on Center City, Philadelphia. 95 on the northbound side, also on Baltimore Harbor Tunnel. 295 on the northbound side, so between Route 15 and Capitol Beltway. Capitol Beltway on westbound side is backed up from 95 to Route 66 in Manassas, Virginia. And 9094 on the eastbound side, also from 290 to Route 57 in Chicago. Indiana Freeway, also on I-65 and I-94 on the eastbound side, also around southwestern Michigan. I-69 on the northbound side, also from 465 north of Indianapolis. 271 on the northbound side, also on I-71 northeast of Cincinnati, but highways and byways of Ohio and Kentucky are looking good. And I-70 on the eastbound side, also around the St. Louis stretch. And I-80 on both ends, also in west central Illinois, headed towards Davenport, Iowa. And I-75 on the southbound side, so from 285 in Atlanta to 75 in Macon. I-75 northbound side, also north of 285 northwest of Atlanta. And I-10 on the eastbound side, also in Lake Charles. And I-35W on the northbound side, it is Slogo in Fort Worth, Texas. 45 on the southbound side, also at 610 in Houston. Here, channel news time, 11:08 p.m. on this sultry Friday night, and it's time now for our weather report and looking at the latest radar situation at the 11th hour, and it shows a little batches of rain showers between Route 4 in New Hampshire, stretching east of Manchester and down for Derry, down in Nashville, New Hampshire, and spotty rain showers west of Amherst, and a little spotty rain showers on Westfield, Massachusetts, and northeast of Winston, Connecticut. And some spotty rain showers on Wales, Maine, but to north of us, some spotty showers and thunderstorms on White Mountain, New Hampshire, stretching up to the northeast of Berlin and the west central Maine. Alright, 7-day forecast, it goes like this. For tonight, we're going to have some podcast skies and a humid low about 66 degrees, left west wind, so make sure you crank up those ACs while you sleep tonight, because it's going to be a sweltering night in town. And Saturday, sunny and extremely hot, high about 99 degrees, cloudy becoming in southwest wind 5 to 8 miles in the afternoon. For Saturday, slight chance of showers, thunderstorms about 20% chance. Podcast clouds about 63 degrees, up about 5 to 7 miles coming after midnight. For Sunday, Port City podcast about at 86 about 66 degrees. Winds becoming calm wind 5 miles an hour to become a west wind 5 miles in the afternoon. To shift in the south wind about 5 miles coming calm every midnight on Sunday night. For Monday, most sunny skies are at 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. High about 8 about 70 degrees. For Tuesday, Part of most skies about 50% chance of shower thunderstorm. High about 84, about 63 degrees. Wednesday, most sunny, most good skies about 82, about 62 degrees. Thursday, sunny, podcast about 85, about 65 degrees. And for Friday, most sunny skies high about 87 degrees. Currently not near, it is fair skies 73 degrees and a humidity of 87%. That is going to be it for the Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news and it's late. Friday, 15th of July, 2016. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. More. Good night.